Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight was. I was out in nature all day until right now, so you never know. You never can predict what Starlight's going to do next. So never try to figure out what Starlight's going to do next. Starlight doesn't even know what Starlight's going to do next. So anyway, I hope you were able to get out in nature somewhere, not like Starlight is now, but like Starlight was earlier. I got to hang out with some fish earlier, and you wouldn't believe where the fish bit Starlight, right on my butt. So yeah, I forgot to feed them before going in the water. But anyway, I hope you're able to get outside, and not only to get outside, I hope you're really taking good care of yourself and your loved ones, whoever you have as family or even friends, those ones that are there, not the ones that are not respecting you or not honoring you as a human being. The ones that are there, that respect you, that are there for you when you need them, those are the ones that you want to keep close. And also, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube. Sorry, I'm at an angle here. You could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up. That is if you want to be that change. You want to be that change, right? So you could see it, the change. And it does. It takes a lot of work. And it doesn't happen all in one night. And I'm sorry, you might hear some dings and all these computer sounds because I am multitasking here. I don't even know where the day went, really. And so anyway, you could give this video a thumbs up if you want to be and see that change that you want to see in the world. And it's really mainly focused for the kids and their future. So when we as adults start doing that work and turn things around, I am a believer on this. I believe because God put me in this position to do what I am doing. So I believe in trust. Some people think it's the end of the world, and it's the start of a beginning of a new one. So I don't know what dimension you are in, but Starlight's in the 5th dimension. And yes, we are multi-dimensional spirit beings having a human experience. So you might be having difficulties if you are in the 3rd dimension, the 3D reality, and that is the fear frequency, and that's where most of the population is, because they have not learned yet to let go of people or fear in their life, and it's a lot of work. So besides that is also, you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. Plus, you can also share, and you share my videos, that is, and you don't have to ask Starlight. You could share away, share to your friends or family or just strangers or anyone that could get help from these videos. Plus, you could check out my playlist. You never know what the heck Starlight's going to talk about next. And you can also follow me on Instagram, and that is at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman, Starlight. And anyway, here we go. And I got to switch arms here because I forgot my stand here, and I am at a library because, like I said, there's so many things I am working on that God is actually helping me to do all these different things. And like yesterday, I did put a video out about the full moon, and it's funny how I was already starting to work on those things, right? Like today is the 20th, so tomorrow will be the 21st, and that will be the day of the strawberry full moon. So there's a lot of things. And what I've learned in my life, there's some people that will watch videos, like the videos or even share the videos, but they're really not doing anything in their life with any of the information. So, and I hope that's not you. I hope you're one of those people that, and I am here as a teacher, an influencer, and a student. So I am putting this information out as I am growing and learning learning who I am. And God has been guiding me to help me through this whole process. So today I've been hearing this a lot on the radio, and I said that's a great topic, a great message for not just you, but even for me as a reminder. And it is pretty sad, when it comes to this, that you're probably wondering, what did you hear on the radio? And what I heard on the radio is, and I've been hearing it a lot lately, is now they have where they're trying to find out if kids, been spending too much time on the computers, like on, like maybe Facebook or TikTok, and that it's causing, some problems in their life, emotional, they're going through some emotional stuff going on because of many hours being spent on social medias wherever they go. And I have witnessed this a long time ago at a different library where there was a girl about 7 years old, and the dad actually wasn't even paying attention to anything that she was doing. She was at the library, and she was just scrolling through things, on the internet, and I couldn't help because I was behind her, and I turned around and I was like, I wonder what she's, watching. And I was like, I think it was either Instagram or TikTok or something like that. And I was blown away. She was watching, scrolling down, and would stop and watch every single thing that was being played out. And the sad part is that I didn't know where her dad was or her mom, because I was doing my own thing. This was months ago, and I did put a video out on that, what was going on. And it's really sad is a lot of parents are not even supervising their children, whether they are on the computer or sometimes even outside. And I have witnessed this many times out in public, and I said, if I see that again, I'm gonna call, the police officers to report this, because it's neglect. It's not really being there for your kids. And because this man that had his daughter at the library, I don't know where he was, and she actually went in the hallway at the library, and the dad kind of, I seen how he kind of freaked out a little bit, because he looked at the spot where she was sitting, and then he's like, oh my, where did she go? Too late. She's already gone. And people trust different places out in society, like a library or a playground, and that's where I've seen stuff going on. So a lot of times at playgrounds, people will, now that I've seen some playgrounds, oops, sorry, I got an itch. I'm all nice and clean for the night though, is I've seen at playgrounds where they have signs that says children under these ages have to be supervised at these, playgrounds or parks. And that's really good. But, I've seen where parents are at the playground, but what are they doing? Are they even watching their children? And here I am, an adult, and I got to keep an eye on my ass, and make sure I am safe out in public view, wherever I go, So, And it's all, like, I really do. I have to be observant of everything around me. I have to know my surroundings and all that. And, this is the reason why I want to make this video, for a few reasons. Is, there's times that, a lot of times, this is so sad, and you might be one of these parents out there guilty of doing this, is where, we have to be a good example with our kids as far as phones and computers go, or anything in life. If you are distracted, on your phone, and you're at the playground with your kid, it would be so easily for, possibly your kid to even walk away without you even noticing, because you're so focused on your phone. I don't know what you do on your phone. Now, Starlight, I am guilty at making videos. Yes, I do make videos. I am guilty at nighttime doing meditations, or in the morning doing meditations, doing yoga. And what else am I guilty of? Taking lots of pictures, So, but messaging, Starlight is not a texter. I actually just blocked somebody, on my messenger, on my phone, and I'm like, I blocked you before. They must have got a new number, but block you again, So we really, really have to, I heard this growing up, and everything in moderation. So you got to have balance, and at the same time as to be an example to your children, as far as how much time does mommy and daddy spend, or grandpa and grandma, or whoever's watching the kids, how much time are they spending, or even on anything. It doesn't even have to be your cell phone, computer, watching too much TV or whatever, so you do have to ask yourself. Sorry, Starlight's forgot my tripod here, so I normally would have you where I would be hands-free, but so I'm sorry if I'm wiggling around too much, and I wasn't planning on being here. Is that God has, I got to just take this short little gratitude. Some of you might get jealous of Starlight, and that's not my problem. It would be more your problem, but I just want to take a few minutes and say I'm grateful to God, because God has blessed me with so much today, and without me even looking for it or even asking for it. And people know of Starlight. They might not really know me, but God blessed me today with different things, and I just want to say thank you, God. Thank you. Those are things that were on my mind, things that I really needed. Some things I received today that I didn't even ask for, or even wasn't even thinking about. And people are seeing a need and helping me out. So I'm so grateful for those beautiful people that went out of their way to help Starlight out. So I just needed to say that while it's on my mind and fresh. So anyway, like I was saying, when it comes to cell phones, or even watching too much TV, or some of you might even be in the sports, and I see this out in public with different people, and those things can actually steal our time away from finding out who we are. And like I said, hey, I am guilty at going on my phone, but it's all about actually like to better myself. Most of the stuff I go on my phone for. Texting, how much time does Starlight text? Really? Not very much at all. I am not a texter. I'd rather, call somebody up on a phone and hear their voice. More than anything, I'd rather see you face to face. There's times I've talked to men out in the areas where I'm traveling, and they want to give me their number. I don't give my number away. So I will take their number, and I will protect my number, and I will call them. But really, I prefer face to face. I really don't want to, like to talk to somebody on the phone really, unless it's my family. Of course, I do that. But you have to realize what kind of example you're being to your kids, and how do they feel when, they see every time they turn around that daddy or mommy, or daddy and mommy, right, is on their cell phones. And I see this everywhere I go. You possibly see this too. If you don't see this, I don't know how you don't see this, where you can even go in a park and I just seen this the other day. It was an older couple. I couldn't believe it. An older couple. They had to be like in their 70s going to 80s, and they were sitting next to each other in front of looking at, they weren't even looking at the water. They were looking on their cell phones. I don't know what were they doing on their cell phones? I really don't know. But this is a big, huge problem even in relationships. So we really have to think about how we are, and to really be, we got to be disciplined enough to, who would have thought an addiction of your phone or computer or sports. So I recently had a man that actually, hey, do you like to, go different places for sports? And no, I would say I'd rather play it than go out and watch it or listen to it. But that can actually sports is something that can really take you away from other things that you could be working on. And there's a lot of sports fans out there that might, especially when football, oh no, there's football fans out there, oh no, they're throwing stuff at me. Why are you throwing stuff at me? So you shouldn't throw stuff at Starlight. She loves you, when football season comes, bam, or there's even times it even could be a sport, which I really don't want to see it as a sport, but hunting is a sport where, some people might go out and they get addicted to the hunting, or even fishing. And it's great to get out in nature and stuff, but, it just really, in all things, in moderation when it comes to anything, or even what you eat. So you really got to think of how you're affecting your children, and what kind of role model are you being to your kids. And it's really sad that little kids already got cell phones. I said to somebody not too long ago how, like a certain age had their cell phone, and she's like, you think that's bad? And it's like, and then she told me how, that she saw or knows somebody that, their little child was even smaller than the one that I seen, that already has a cell phone, already learning how to use it. So we really have to be mindful of how not only it will affect us as adults, but how and what are we doing to the little ones, and how is it going to affect them. And I don't know how my kids are, because I'm not living with any of them, and my daughter actually, doesn't live with her son, so that's not going to be a problem, like in that area for her. And her son, is 14, and my grandson, he's going to be 5 soon. So, I really hope that my children are being a good example for their children, because the kids look up to mom and dads, or even grandpas and grandmas, so we need to be that a good example. And I know, like, when I first got my cell phone, I didn't even want it, it's like, I don't want this thing. But, it's kind of like a thing, if you don't keep up with everything, you're going to fall behind. So I was kind of like forced to have a cell phone, and then I ended up getting a computer years later. But in the beginning, and through most of the time, I've been very good when I go to doctor's appointments. Now it's a little different if I'm editing videos, it might look like I'm, texting to somebody, but now I'm working. This is how I don't use the computer. I'm actually trying to get my computer fixed so I can actually do things on my computer instead of my phone, because I like the way a webcam looks way better than on my phone. You can see more. Seymour. I don't know who Seymour is, but Seymour is around here somewhere. So we really have to really help our children by showing them how we should be and balance ourselves out, and teach them like and everything in moderation as far as what we do in life. And that could, getting out in nature is great. But like even with Starlight, I could go out in the woods all day long, but I have to still be balanced, and I gotta, get out of the woods and, balance myself by going somewhere else, like a park. So you do, and no matter what you do, like even eating in moderation, like I heard somebody ate, like this kind of funny is that somebody ate a lot of carrots, and it was in the, I don't even know how long ago this was, but they ate so much carrots, they must have really loved them, and their skin started turning orange, there's so now we got orange humans out there. And I'm not even going to tell you about if you drink too much pineapple juice, what that could do. Some of you might be giggling if you know where Starlight's going with that one. But if you don't know about the pineapple or pineapple juice, you're going to have to figure that one out on your own. Naughty Starlight. Starlight, why are you saying that on a YouTube channel? But yeah, it is too funny. So in everything in moderation. It's good to, even with your eating habits, some people like to eat a lot of junk food, but you got to throw some vegetables and fruit in there. And that's why I'm so grateful. Thank you, God. I got fresh vegetables and fruit and water today. Thank you. So, and everything in moderation. So with the cell phones is, teach your kids, or don't let them see what you're doing, but it's going to affect you. It's really going to take all your time away if you're spending too much time. You think of all the other things that you could be doing. And like I said, I really started off really good most of my time really with a cell phone, because I seen it right away. I was like, oh my, look at the people, like holding on their cell phones. And normally I don't know, normally I think it's either video games that they're playing or texting somebody. But Starlight, if you see me out in public, it's because I'm editing a video and I'm putting it on YouTube, because that's what I do right now. So anyway, I really hope you really think about like what it's doing to you and what it can do to your children. There's a lot of children that are being affected, and that are spend hours. And I used to go on YouTube not YouTube, but Facebook. Years ago, I was getting too drawn in, and then I'm like, I thought I was really messaging a lot of robots on my Facebook. I didn't even really believe the guy that I was spending so much time with was a real human being, because I'm like, like every time I would go on, no matter what time of the day, and I knew they were from another country, but I'm like, come on. I'm like, you're still on here sending pictures out, and that's pretty much all that they did, is who knows what kind of pictures. And I was liking all these pictures. Well, not all of them, the ones that I actually seriously liked. But I'm like, there's no way this guy is on here all this time. And I had to, like to cut my time off on Facebook. So I did go through a spell on that as far as Facebook goes. And then like I said, I really thought there was some robots on there, and men were really reaching out to me a lot, normally from other countries, and I just got slammed so bad with that. So now I haven't even been on Facebook in a long time. So anyway, I really hope you're really thinking of the example and your kids' health, like how that is affecting them mentally, psychologically, emotionally, physically, by just sitting there all that time. You got to really think of what are you teaching your children, because that after a while they're gonna, when, I don't know, how old your children are, but if they're at a certain age now, and that's just gonna, addictions, it's just like a drug is getting so addicted, and and it can be emotional depending on what they are looking at and what they're, what kind of stuff they have, if they're on YouTube, not YouTube, but on Facebook or TikTok and all that. So really, there's other things, they could, get them in their bedroom, clean up their rooms. I bet you that didn't get done. Starlight, did you just say that? Yeah. Probably the room is not cleaned. I bet you there's something that they did not do that, hey, and like I did with my son when he was younger, a time limit for video games, and I did the countdown, and, I had to learn the hard way at first. I'm like, yeah, go on there, have some fun, and I had the countdown, and then realized later on, no, you got to do the chores first. Then, okay, you get like 2 hours on the video game playing, and then the countdown, and that worked way better. I got the things that he's supposed to get done, whether it was homework, bedroom, dishes, or I did the dishes. I love doing dishes. I know you probably want me to come at your house now. And so anyway, I know I keep on saying I love you, and it sounds like I'm going to go, but then I looked at the minutes. So yes, this time Starlight's really going to go, and I'm sorry about this background. Everything just happened so quick. I don't even know where my day went. So I got a lot of work here on my computer. I love you all. And I am only here because I love you, and I really want the best for you and your family and your kids. So, and this is the part of being that change that we need, desperately need in the world, is by, if all the new parents right now, this is how easy and simple is, the new fresh parents out there, if they got an upgrade on the do's and don'ts with their children now, it's that simple. We don't have to make it difficult, but that's what we do a lot of times. We make things more difficult than what they really are. So there's hope. You should believe that, there could definitely be a change, but it starts with us on how we are as an example to our kids. And I know here I went again, right? But I do. I love you all. And this is Starlight. You could give this video a thumbs up. And I'm sorry I don't have the right lighting in here. I didn't bring my light. I was trying to rush as I got in here because I was, I didn't realize how far it was to get to this library here. And this is a huge library here. Wow! So yes, you could give this video a thumbs up. That is if you want to be and see the change and even experience it. And you could leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. Plus, you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I don't have my dinger bell with me, so don't forget the notification bell. Plus, you could share my videos, and you can also, ooh, that arm's getting sore. You can also share, check out my playlist, and follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. So anyway, I love you all. So really limit yourself and limit your kids. Be that example to them that they can follow, and so they don't bring that into the generation with their families, their kids, So we got to put this at a hall here just to stop, correct these things, so then we don't bring that into the future for the kids. I love you so much. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.